Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Quick Scrap Craft, and I'm here with a very quick process video. And this is something that you've sort of seen already, but I am redoing it. If you happen to catch my short where I was tearing up stuff from the December daily that I started earlier this year, then you will know that I'm redoing my December daily. Or if you just saw the title of this video, you'll know that I'm redoing it. Why am I redoing it? Well, I just was not feeling the book that I had, or the album that I had. It just wasn't working. I didn't like it, and it was really stifling my creativity. And since I had purchased a 6x8 Simple Stories album, Christmassy album, at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo, I was like, you know what? I've got it now. I'm not going to save it for next year. I'm going to use it now. And it came with the 6x8 page protectors inside. I already have some extras as well, which is very helpful because the past couple of years I've been doing 6x8 albums for my December dailies and it's worked out really well. So I thought, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So yeah, I just tore out everything from that book and I'm just going to throw that book away and I'm going to transition. I made a cover page kind of out of necessity. I don't necessarily have to have a cover page in the 6x8 album. But then I did two other layouts. And so the first one I already completed off camera. So once I finally get this whole thing done, I'll flip through and show you everything. But this is the second layout that I ripped out and am now attempting to put back together. And I will say that if you're using a cutting mat like I have underneath, and you're using it because it has the measuring guides on it, please make sure that you are starting from the very edge and measuring the correct amount. I was starting in the middle, and then I was like, oh, it says I'm 6 inches. Why is it not really fitting into the page protector? Because I had moved it over 1 inch. And so I was actually starting at 1 inch instead of at 0 inches. It turned out fine. See, everything's going to be fine. And luckily it's fine because now that I tore all these pieces of paper out, I have all these extra pattern papers and cardstock that I can use. So what I did was I took these two green pattern papers and I put them together. They had been on separate pages within my original December daily, and I just kind of made it look like they're it's one background. You can see the seam there, but whatever. And so that red piece was a piece that had been in the middle of the spread. So I'm going to add that to the top of this background so that it extends all the way top to bottom at 8 inches. And you can see now I'm figuring out that I have mismeasured. And so I'm going to I had very roughly stuck those two pieces of green paper together. I'm just going to move it over, and so that it's the same length or the same width as that red cardstock. And then I had another piece that had sort of like a banner strip type of thing. And I had taken that out of the previous one, and that's going to go up in that right-hand corner of this spread. The stuff that's already on the green pattern paper, that was its original placement in the original spread. So I'm just leaving it there, and then I'm going to try to figure out how to put my photos around these pieces. Something I had thought of was to add a extra page protector that sticks to the 6x8. I have some that are, I think 6x6 actually. And then I have some that are 4x8, I think. However, then I would have had to add more decorative bits because with the page protector, you can see through both sides. So it wouldn't be just that I would have something that opened up to show an extra photo. I'd have to do both sides of the page protector. And I wasn't really feeling that either. So I'm taking these two photos that had originally been part of the spread. One is of our elf on the shelf giving my daughter a bath bomb. And the other is of my daughter at a German Christmas market that we went to the same day. And we got more bath bombs there. And I'm cutting these photos down to 3x3 squares. I was actually surprised that I was able to cut the snowman with my daughter in it, that one down to such a small size, but still keep the essence of what the photo is. It's her, just putting her face in one of those wood cutouts. And then there's a sign next to it that says German Christmas market. So I was going to have the elf picture on top and then my daughter's picture on the bottom. But because I didn't want that German Christmas market piece to be covered up, I just, rotated the placement of the photos. Not really that big of a deal. They both kind of happened on the same day, so it doesn't really matter if one of them is, I thought the elf came first. In the journaling, I talk about the elf first and then the Christmas market. So I felt like the elf picture should come first, but like, who cares, right? So I'm just sticking these down, really easy peasy. And then I'm going to pull out something that I have not used in a really long time, my scrapbook.com Pops of Color. It's the same thing as like Nuvo Drops, if you're familiar with those. But I have it in a glittery silver, and I was just thinking about it the other day, like, oh, that would actually be the perfect thing for my December daily in place of like enamel dots or any other embellishments that I'm running low on. I can just do some pops of color. So I'm breaking this out and I'm just making like little, trying to do different sizes of them in different places, kind of on the diagonal, groups of 3s. And I just think it adds a little bit of extra color and dimension to this very quick redone layout. I hope this was inspiring for you and that if you have a layout that you just don't like, you can rip it out and redo it. There's no shame in that. So thanks so much for watching this video. Follow me on social and I'll see you next time.